Hello everybody, welcome to day probably 10 on this. So today we've started putting up the walls, sizing it all up, getting them screwed in where we want them, figuring out how they're going to shape and form, and then take them out, paint them. This one naturally had a crack in it there, but we're going to put a countertop right over top of it so you won't be able to see it. We got over there, put in all the wires or ram. Just gonna have to tuck them behind the walls whenever we're finished here. It's not the cleanest, but will hold pretty well. So the shitty thing about this corner here is it actually has no support behind it, and it's this weird curve that goes that way and then also this way. So what we're gonna have to do is actually use blocks to make a curve, or to secure it down here, and then make a second piece that comes out like this and connects it, and then right here we'll have a seam that goes all the way down, and then we'll just use little brackets to suck this bottom in. Same thing with this side. It's just we kind of screwed up the piece of wood that we were going to put there, so it's now door wood is what we're calling it. Yeah, so we've got an entire wall up on this side, and as you can tell, the windows aren't in yet. So what we're going to do is actually, whenever we decide that the walls are finished, all sized up and how we want them, before we paint them, we'll take a jigsaw, drill a hole through, and follow the windows to make sure that the jigsaw will get a perfect cut and the windows slide right in. And then stuff insulation in behind where the window's going to be, and then put the windows in. But before we put the walls in for sure, we have to run all the wires, like cut the holes for them. So on this side here we have a 110 volt with the USB sides, which we're going to run a 3000 watt inverter over right there in that corner behind the passenger seat, coming off of a 4D semi battery. I'm going to upgrade the alternator to a 116 amp alternator peak. Right now it's running about a 52 to 60, I believe, peak. So that will make a huge difference, and especially in charging that battery. But, well, that's all for today.